Hsuan conducts postdoctoral research in the Department of Oceanography, National Sun Yat-sen University in Taiwan. He has published several science articles about land hermit crabs and devotes much of his time to land hermit crab conservation, activism, and education. His expertise and research interests include environmental conservation, environmental interpretation, marine ecology and conservation, community empowerment, and wildlife management. Today, he will be talking about the conservation crisis for land hermit crabs in Taiwan. Please welcome Hsuan.
Hello guys, thank you for inviting me again to join the Crab Camp this year. I am Hsuan from Taiwan. In this time, I hope you are all safe. Today, my topic is about the ecology of land hermit crabs in Taiwan, conservation through ecotourism. I will introduce some cases of the ecotourism and how successful they are. If you have any question, please just let me know, okay? First, introduce myself. I am a postdoc researcher in Department of Oceanography, National Sun Yat-sen University. And my education background is I graduated from Department of Oceanography. It's my work place. And my PhD was graduated from School of Forestry and Resource Conservation, National Taiwan University. And my research interest is about the ecology of land crabs, conservation, and environmental education. If you want to know more my detail, you can screen the QR code to have a look to my experience or my publication and so on. Yes, I also was a research scholar in Oregon State University last year. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, so I came back to Taiwan earlier. So I hope you are all safe now. So if you are the newcomer to my presentation, I want to introduce where is Taiwan first. Taiwan is located in Asia, East-West Asia. So if you are in USA, the distance of your country and Taiwan is about 6,000 miles. Yeah, it's pretty far. So Taiwan is located in the tropical area, subtropical and tropical area. So we have a lot of small islands near the Taiwan main island. This location of the label are my research sites. So when I was a master degree student, I conducted a lot of experiments in these islands. So I am an ecology of land hermit crab expert. And because of Taiwan have a lot of habitat diversity, we have several species of land hermit crabs in Taiwan. So let's see. According to the report, record, there are 6 species of land hermit crabs in Taiwan, namely Rhodosus, Bravamanus, I am not sure my pronunciation is correct or not, but I'm trying. And Cavipus, violences, purpurus, and Burgers notor, the coconut crabs. Actually, it's 7 species. I found a new record species recently, but not yet published. So maybe next year I can share which is the new record species is. Okay, let's move on. So I want to introduce you my workplace. My campus is National Sun Yat-sen University. It's located in southern of Taiwan, Kaohsiung City. I think my workplace is the dream place for land hermit crab lovers, because in our campus you can see 3 kinds of land hermit crabs always walk around in the campus at night. So what kind of these 3 hermit crabs is benevolus, Cavipus, and rugosus. Yes, so it's fantastic, right? You can walk with our loved species, and these 3 picture was the truly location of these 3 kinds of species. Cavipus live near the sea, and Cavipus and benevolus can live far from the sea. So we can see them in the mountain area, especially in our dormitory, department, and a lot of buildings. When the breeding season is coming, they always can see in the building or on the road. Oh, by the way, let me introduce my published paper. Also talk about the niche difference of these 3 kinds of land hermit crabs. Yeah, these 3 kinds of land hermit crabs are the most common species in Taiwan. It's our campus. In the campus we have the beach and the mountainside, so it's a very good environment for these animals. Yeah, if you have chance, welcome you to come here. Yeah, maybe we can walk around and find some hermit crabs, and it's really good. So here, as an ecologist, so I need to convince the student why learn or why study the hermit crabs are so important. Because they live under the coastal forest, and coastal forest is the very important part of human being. They can prevent the typhoon or some big climate event to protect us. So here, maybe we live here, is a firm or some building here, and coastal forest can become a wall to prevent the damage of the natural disaster. And then hermit crab can become the seed the seed dispersal role. These two, they can eat a lot of organic matter in the coastal forest and digest another nutrient for the forest, because we know the coastal forest always have less nutrient. So land hermit become the nutrient cycle become an important role in the nutrient cycle system in coastal forest. So we can know land hermit crabs are really our friends because they can help us to prevent the nature disaster. They help the coastal forest, and coastal forest become the wall to protect us. And then the land hermit crabs also contribute to the fisheries resource. Fisheries resources are based on the zooplankton. We know this is the food chain one, right? The zooplankton is the key animals in the marine ecosystem. They can eat phytoplankton, and small fish eat the zooplankton. Bigger fish eat the small fish, and then bigger fish can let the marine mammals or human beings have the food resource. So I think the land crabs or land hermit crabs larvae can contribute marine ecosystems another food resources. So they are also important for the marine ecosystem. Here, I want to introduce two cases of the ecotourism, because I think the ecotourism is the best way to make the the wildlife and human being balance. So here, the first case is from the southern of Taiwan Kenting National Park, and the first located is Kenting Youth Activity Center. Here I want to introduce my friend Miss Hsuan. She already contributed to the land hermit crab conservation for several years. They recruit a lot of empty shell from all around Taiwan. I mean, the Taiwanese people know this message and donate a lot of empty shell from their home for the land hermit crabs. So she just puts the shell and in this area, and the land hermit crabs will exchange the better shell which she gave. A lot of hermit crabs changed the better shell from here and left the bad shell. What is bad shell? Like the garbage or something else. So Miss Huang collected this bad shell or garbage from the land hermit crab left, and she collected like this for several years. And this can remind the people how we impact the environment and also the hermit crabs. And she also developed some curriculum for the environment elementary school students. So the students can learn a lot of biological knowledge from her to know more about the hermit crabs. I think it's a good case for you to know how we conserve the land hermit crabs in Taiwan. Yes, here we can always see a lot of land hermit crabs carry the garbage shore in the coastal forest or on the beach. The second case is about the ecotourism at the Gangkou community. Gangkou community developed an interpretation program to guide the the tourists to know the nature resource at that area. So I think this always be a You might be confused that why I say coconut crab is the largest land hermit crab species. Actually, there are really a kind of land hermit crabs because they have a life cycle of carry the shore. They must carry the shores in 1 or 2 years, and they left the shore become the coconut crabs, which we look like. And these kinds of periods are really miserable. Because the scientists all over the world are wondering how they live in this stage. What is their habitat and behavior and so on are also less known. Less known now. In Taiwan, the first coconut crabs carrying the shores are found by me, but it's said because it's a roadkill individual. So in Taiwan, we never found the coconut crab which carry the shore except of this one. So yes, we can't know very clear about this life stage of coconut crab. We are still researching. And the coconut crabs are really severe of the population decline. So this journal also invited me to write an article about the coconut crabs. I want to let the Indo-Pacific Ocean's country know coconut crabs are really endangered and repeat decline. Another issue is about the poach. Because we know land hermit crabs are a kind of pets, right? And I encourage people get the crabs are from the captive breeding, but in Taiwan this kind of skill is not major, so the crabs are always get from the wild. So this kind of animal are always poached from the national park, and we also notice the population declined in some place. I don't oppose to have the land hermit crab as pets, but I encourage our people to have the captive breeding individual. Yes, we are still researching about uh, how to increase the successful rate of the captive breeding individual. Yeah, you know Hsuan, right? He is the famous person of captive breeding of the land hermit crabs in Taiwan, and we already collaborated some research is now ongoing. Another cause of the land hermit crabs is the invention species, yellow crazy ant. This kind of rats already invented in a lot of countries. So in Taiwan, we also find these kinds of species invented in southern of Taiwan, especially in National Kenting National Park. It's getting severe because some scientists find a large decline because of this species invented. So we are finding some ways to deal with this problem. So thank you for inviting me again to join the crab camp, and I know my pronunciation may be a little bit unclear, and during the crab camp I will be there, and if you have any question I can reply to you immediately. Thank you for your listening, and I am looking for more comments or some your idea, or we can have some collaboration in the future. Thank you very much.